Chair, the broadcast is ready and you may begin once you are ready.
Thank you very much. And welcome youth legislators to your first official monthly meeting of the NYL. We've been looking forward to this with great joy and anticipation and are thrilled to now be moving forward with your 2-year terms as you roll out your duties and you develop your educational strategies and techniques. And I'm thrilled to welcome you. To officially then begin this meeting, this is a public meeting, we are required to have at least a quorum to begin. Madam Secretary, would you please call the roll?
Youth Legislator Bhatnagar. No, that's not right. How do you say your name again?
It's Bhatnagar.
Youth Legislator Bhatnagar.
Present.
Youth Legislator Boulware. Youth Legislator Craver. Youth Legislator Demison.
Present.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Present.
And if I say your names incorrectly, please correct me. Youth Legislator Kington.
Present.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
Present.
Youth Legislator Lara.
Present.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Present.
Youth Legislator Makababad.
Present.
Youth Legislator Miller.
Present.
Youth Legislator Moss.
Present.
Youth Legislator Ordinario. Youth Legislator Price.
Present.
Youth Legislator Raugust.
Present.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Youth Legislator.
Present.
Pardon me? Youth Legislator Reyes.
Yes, ma'am. Present.
Oh, perfect. Youth Legislator Seddon.
Present.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Present.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Present.
Youth Legislator Kruger Eckhout.
Madam Secretary, for the record, Youth Legislator Kruger Eckhout has, after careful consideration, made a decision based on company schedules to resign her position as a youth legislator.
Thank you. That's everyone.
Oh, okay. I'm waiting for the drum roll here. Okay. Thank you, Madam Secretary. Indeed, we do have a quorum. And at this time, I would like to open up the public meeting for anyone who would like to participate in the public comment portion.
Good afternoon, Chair. The line is open and working. However, we have no callers in queue at this time for public comment.
Thank you so very much. I appreciate your assistance with this. We will move on to agenda item number 3, swearing in of our newest youth legislator. And this is Youth Legislator Zion Price. And so Youth Legislator Price, if you would repeat after me, raise your right hand and repeat after me as I prepare to welcome you to your position as a youth legislator with this oath of office. I, and repeat your name.
I, Zion Jordan Price,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support, protect, and defend
that I will support, protect, and defend
the Constitution and government
the Constitution and government
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada
and the Constitution and government of the state of Nevada
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
whether domestic or foreign,
whether domestic or foreign,
and that I will bear true faith,
and that I will bear true faith,
allegiance, and loyalty
allegiance, and loyalty
to the same,
to the same,
any ordinance,
any ordinance,
resolution, or law
resolution, or law
of any state notwithstanding,
of any state notwithstanding,
and that I will well and faithfully perform
and that I will well and faithfully perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Nevada Youth Legislator
of Nevada Youth Legislator
on which I am about to enter,
on which I am about to enter,
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
under the pains and penalties of perjury.
Congratulations and welcome, Youth Legislator Price, as you begin your 2-year term as a Nevada Youth Legislator.
Thank you.
Well, thank you for joining us. So moving on.
Chair Wiener,
Yes.
I just wanted to let you know that Youth Legislator Craver is having issues connecting to the meeting. So they'll be here. It's just that they're trying to figure it out on their end.
Okay, thank you for the information. We appreciate that. And so now we will move on to the exciting drum roll, the election of your leadership team for the first year of your 2-year term. And as all of you have reviewed the sheet on roles and responsibilities of chair and vice chair, we have had interest indicated by several of your colleagues. And what we will do is we will start the election. This is how it will roll out. All of you have had the opportunity to study and process the questionnaires that your colleagues have presented for your consideration. And what we would like to do now, we will start with chair, and we will take these alphabetically, so I'll read by name. And what I would like for you, all of the youth legislators to have the opportunity in this moment. One, you'll actually hear your colleagues speak. You've read, now you get to hear them say something, and this is what each one of them will respond to. As your name is called in the candidate order that we have them alphabetically, share in one sentence what your vision for the NYL is, the Nevada Youth Legislature is, during the first year of your 2-year term. So we will start with youth, and again, I'm going to start with chair. We're going alphabetically. Youth Legislator Patrick Don Dimison.
Thank you, Chair Wiener. My simple vision for the Nevada Youth Legislature, especially for the really important youth of our great state, is to be the strongest and most impactful youth legislature that, one, listens to our communities, but also represents them to the fullest of our abilities. Thank you.
Thank you. On to our next candidate, Youth Legislator Nicole Miller.
Hi, my vision for the first year of our Nevada Youth Legislature term is for us all to be able to work in a mutually respectful and collaborative environment while we learn new leadership skills that we can take back to our districts in order to properly represent our constituents.
Thank you. Youth Legislator Dylan Moss.
Hello, everyone. My vision is that although the future may seem unknown, it is good that the future is unknown. For if the future is known, then it is established and not ours to create. And I want us as an NYL to be able to create a good future, not only for us, but for our constituents. Thank you.
Okay. And Youth Legislator Wong.
Hello, everyone. Together, you and I, as part of this extraordinary generation that has survived the world's greatest crisis in more than a century, together, we have a remarkable opportunity as youth leaders to move society forward, whether it be righting social injustice wrongs or creating a climate change reversal. No matter what issues we choose to impact, my vision for this incredible cohort of the Nevada Youth Legislature is to take this defining moment in history to leave the world a better place than the world we were given. And I strongly believe that we, more than any other generation, are ready to take up this challenge. Thank you.
Thank you very much, youth legislators, the 4 candidates for chair. Now, how we will operate is Tina will do a roll call vote, and we will, in this first round of voting, we'll narrow the choices from the 4 candidates you've just heard down to the final 2. And then before beginning that final voting round, I will have another question to pose to the 2 finalists. So Tina, would you please open the roll and start tallying the votes to get us down to the top 2 candidates?
As I say your name, please give the name of the person you would like to serve as chair for the 2021-2022 year. Youth Legislator Buttnager. You may be on mute. Youth Legislator Buttnager. It looks like you're muted.
I think she said in the chat that her mic won't turn on.
Ah, can you tell me in your chat who you would like to have? Please give the name of the person you would like to serve as chair. Thank you.
Please state, because others will be stating who that is.
Youth Legislator Moss is who she chose.
Okay, thank you.
Youth Legislator Boulware. Oh. Youth Legislator Craver.
I'm gonna vote for Youth Legislator Patrick Don Dimison. I think that's how he says his last name.
I believe so. Youth Legislator Dimison.
I'd like to cast my vote towards Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Moss, please.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Lauren Wong.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
I'd like to vote for Youth Legislator Don Dimison, please.
Youth Legislator Laura.
I choose Youth Legislator Dylan Moss, sorry.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
I would like to vote for Youth Legislator Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Makababad.
Youth Legislator Dylan Moss has my vote.
Youth Legislator Miller.
I'd like to vote for Youth Legislator Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Nicole Miller.
Youth Legislator Ordinario. Youth Legislator Price.
Youth Legislator Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Rogus.
Youth Legislature Nicole Miller.
Youth Legislator Reyes.
In chat.
There's nothing in chat. Youth Legislator Reyes, can you put you're muted. Are you able to unmute and verbally tell us, or do you need to use the chat?
I'm sorry, I'm having connection issues, but I would like to pass my vote on to Youth Legislator Moss.
Moss?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Youth Legislator Satin?
Youth Legislator Nicole Miller.
Youth Legislator Walker?
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Wong?
I'd like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Moss.
We have a two-way tie, so the next vote will
And
be,
it would be between Moss and Dimson.
yes.
Okay. So congratulations, finalists. And now what we will do, I'm going to ask each of you in order, Youth Legislator Dimison, what would be the greatest accomplishment you could see and what for the next year and why you should be elected as chair of the Nevada Youth Legislature?
The greatest accomplishment that I myself can foresee for not only my future, but the future of my colleagues in this Nevada Youth Legislature is to, one, not only to represent our peers to our maximum, but to use this year to develop our skills as legislators and as politicians for our constituents and use those skills to be the best that we can for when we write our bills. And so when it comes to myself and why I believe that I should be elected as chair for this youth legislature is because, one, for me, I want to be criticized. That's the legacy that I purely want. I want you to critique me, critique my actions, and make sure that I'm performing at the best of my abilities. But secondarily to that, I want you to elect me because I question everything. I'm going to ask you, why do you think that way? Why do you believe that? And why is that your motive? I really want to get to know all of you. We all can agree that this is a really transformative experience. It's a defining moment that's going to make the state of Nevada better for all of our youth. And so I want to make sure that I myself as a leader and as hopefully the possible chair for this first year of the Nevada Youth Legislature, that I can know where all of your perspectives are coming from and how I can thread those all together to make the Nevada Youth Legislature one of the most powerful legislative units in the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you. And Youth Legislator Moss, what would be the decisive experience that you could foresee for the youth legislature and why should you be elected?
One of the things I see that is the greatest achievement is, like Youth Legislator Dimison said, is being able to be one of the most powerful voices for our constituents in this state and leading them into a great and golden era. And why do I think I'm the best candidate for chair is because I am a dependable, dedicated, and most of all, approachable leader. If you ever need anything, my door is always open, and I will do everything in my power to ensure that you as the legislator are heard, and that your constituents are heard, and that you have a stake in the success that we as the Nevada Youth Legislature achieve. Thank you.
Thank you. So youth legislators, you have heard from both of the finalist candidates. Now Tina will open the roll and you will select one of the two finalist candidates with your vote. Tina?
Youth Legislator Buttnager?
This was a little tough, but I think my vote would go to Youth Legislature Dimison. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong.
Youth Legislator Boulware? Youth Legislator Kraber?
Once again, I'm gonna cast my vote to Youth Legislator Don Dimison.
Youth Legislator Dimison?
I'll be casting my vote towards Youth Legislator Moss just out of respect. Hopefully that can be extended to me as well.
Just so I make sure I'm getting it right, is Don part of your last name or part of your first name?
Patrick Don is my full first name. Dimison is just my last name. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Youth Legislator Greenstein?
Youth Legislator Moss, please.
Youth Legislator Kington?
Youth Legislator Moss.
Youth Legislator Krieger?
Youth Legislator Dimison, please.
Youth Legislator Lara?
Youth Legislator Moss.
Youth Legislator Lyle?
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Makababit?
Youth Legislator Moss.
Youth Legislator Miller?
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Moss?
I will be casting my vote for Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Ordinario. Youth Legislator Price.
Youth Legislator Dimison has my vote.
Youth Legislator Raugust.
Youth Legislator Dylan Moss.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Oh, thank you.
What was that?
He says Youth Legislator Moss in the chat. Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Moss.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Moss.
Very close vote, but Youth Legislator Moss won with 9 votes. Youth Legislator Dimison had 8.
That's what I had as well. So congratulations to the 2 finalist candidates and to our new chair, Youth Legislator Moss. And now we will proceed to the election of your vice chair. And these candidates, again, will share in a brief sentence what your vision for the NYL is in the year ahead. And Youth Legislator Max Greenstein, am I pronouncing that correctly?
Yes, it's Greenstein. Thank you.
Okay, wonderful. If you would share what your vision for the NYL is during the first year of your 2-year term.
Yeah, thank you so much. So hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. My vision, besides hopefully being able to be in person sooner rather than later, COVID permitting, of course, is to be part of an NYL that gets important things done, all of us together, to set the tone for our peers in Nevada and nationally, that the future is one where people in leadership are effective because of mutual respect. Thank you.
Thank you. And now Youth Legislator, moving through my paperwork here, Samantha Lyle.
Hello, everyone. Once again, happy Thursday. Keep thinking it's Friday. So before we all cast our votes, I would want you all to keep in mind that my shared vision for our upcoming term is that we will all work together and share our unique experiences and ideas to create and also inspire change.
Thank you very much. And now Evan Raugust.
I thank the chair. Most of all, I want to foster a tight-knit community within the Nevada Youth Legislature, so then we can then enact greater change in the Nevada community.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. So we will proceed again to do a roll call vote to come up, determine the top 2, and then you'll do the finalists or the top 2 for the final round of voting. So Tina, again, each one casts 1 vote for 1 person of the 3 candidates. Tina, if you'd open up the roll and call roll for the votes.
Youth Legislator Buttnager.
Youth Legislature Greenstein has my vote.
Youth Legislator Boulware. Youth Legislator Craver.
Youth Legislator Lyle gets my vote.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Lyle has my vote.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Raugust, please.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Max Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Laura.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Raugust has my vote.
Youth Legislator Makababad.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Youth Legislator Max Greenston.
Youth Legislator Ordinario. Youth Legislator Price.
Youth Legislator Lyle, please.
Youth Legislator Rogest.
Youth Legislature Samantha Lyle.
Youth Legislator Reyes. He says Youth Legislator Greenstein. Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
All right. The top two were Youth Legislator Greenstein and Youth Legislator Lyle.
And so as the two finalists, candidates for vice chair, we will now ask, I will ask each of you to explain why you would be the premier candidate for selection as vice chair of the NYL during this first year. So Youth Legislator Greenstein, please.
So first of all, I want to congratulate Youth Legislator Lyle. I know that you would make a great chair, or vice chair that is. So the reason why I think I would make a good vice chair is because I like to think of myself as a recovering introvert. I used to be a lot more introverted than I am now, and I've made an effort to be a little bit more extroverted and out of my shell. So because of that, I know how to draw people out and to get them involved because I've done it myself. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And now Youth Legislator Lyle.
I would also like to extend a congratulations to Legislator Greenston. I know he will do an amazing job. Through past leadership experiences, I have learned the three most important qualities of a leader are to listen, be open to everything, and also to be genuine. And that is exactly what I will do if I'm honored with being your vice chair.
Thank you. Now, Madam Secretary, would you please open the roll so that our youth legislators can cast their votes?
Youth Legislator Butnagar. Butnagar.
Youth Legislature Greenstein, please.
Youth Legislator Boulware. Youth Legislator Craver.
I'd like to cast my vote to Youth Legislator Lyle, please.
Youth Legislator Dimison.
Youth Legislator Lyle has my vote.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Kington.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Krieger.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Laura.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Makababan.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Miller.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Moss.
I would like to cast my vote for Max Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Ordinario. Youth Legislator Price.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Rogest.
Youth Legislature Samantha Lyle.
Youth Legislator Reyes. Oh, Greenstein. Youth Legislator Seddon.
Youth Legislator Greenstein.
Youth Legislator Walker.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Youth Legislator Wong.
Youth Legislator Lyle.
Close again.
Our new vice chair is Youth Legislator Greenstein by one vote again.
Very close. So congratulations, not only to our new chair and vice chair, and also to each of you for casting your first official vote for an office in the Nevada Youth Legislature, and for taking very seriously the roles and responsibilities of both paying attention to the questionnaires that your colleagues filled out in their candidacy, and also with the integrity of casting your votes today. So again, congratulations to our new Chair Moss and Vice Chair Greenstein. At this point, Madam Secretary, we'll close this order of business and move on to order of business number 6, and this is public comment.
Thank you, Chair. Your public line is currently open and working, and you have no callers at this time.
Okay, thank you very much for our technical support here. It always makes it much easier to know that you're moving us through. There being no other business before the Nevada Youth Legislature during this meeting time, this meeting is adjourned at 2:31.